Okay, picture this. You've got your tech teams, right? The ones really deep in the systems, making everything tick.
Yeah, the sort of engine room.
Exactly. And then you've got your business teams, marketing, sales, ops. They're out there driving growth, needing data, like now to make good calls.
They're all supposed to be pulling in the same direction, aiming for the same goals.
Supposed to be. But sometimes, the tools and the ways they have to work together, it feels more like hitting speed bumps than a smooth ride.
Especially now.
Yeah, especially now. With AI booming, cybersecurity being absolutely critical, cloud stuff everywhere, IT departments are stretched pretty thin.
Which can create this gap.
Yeah.
Business users sometimes could do certain tasks themselves, but they just don't have the way to do it easily.
Right. And that friction you mentioned, it's real.
Oh, absolutely. We see it constantly. Business teams end up waiting around for IT to do, what seems like a simple data hookup.
And IT, they're swamped with these routine requests instead of focusing on the big strategic projects.
The stuff that could really move the needle for the business. Yeah.
So that's what we're diving into today. We're going to explore how the SEEBURGER BIS platform is actually designed to bridge that specific gap.
Looking at how it kind of empowers both sides, the tech gurus and the business folks.
Exactly. How they can work better with data, with systems, together.
And the bigger picture here, let's say the mission for us today, is understanding how a modern integration platform can really foster better collaboration.
It's not just tech for tech's sake.
Not at all. It's about enabling people, right? Different skills, different focuses, but helping them connect their work effectively.
Which should lead to, better productivity, faster results.
And hopefully real business growth. That's the goal.
And just so everyone knows, we're basing this chat on insights from SEEBURGER themselves, looking at how their BIS platform is built to handle these different user needs.
Okay, let's get into it then. This idea of role-based integration. Why is it so important, especially right now?
Well, it starts with just recognizing that tech users and business users, they just need different things from their tools, don't they?
Totally different priorities. It's like, think about a race car. The engineer needs incredibly detailed diagnostic tools, super granular control.
Right.
But the driver, they need a clear dashboard, simple controls, speed, fuel, warnings, what they need to operate effectively.
That's a great analogy. So technical users want that deep control, customization maybe.
Exactly, for complex stuff. Well, business users, they're usually after simplicity, efficiency, getting the job done quickly.
And if the tools don't match those needs, that's where things get sticky. Bottlenecks, inefficiencies.
Precisely. You get those frustrations we talked about. Think about a marketing team trying to launch a campaign.
Okay.
They need to link their CRM data, customer info, with their email platform, send out personalized stuff.
Standard stuff.
Yeah, but if they don't have an easy way to do it themselves, they file a ticket with IT.
Which means delays.
Delays for the campaign, and it pulls IT away from maybe a critical server upgrade or a security patch.
Yeah.
It hurts both teams.
And I bet the IT side feels it too. They must get bogged down with some integration projects that are just monsters.
Oh, definitely. Imagine trying to connect an old, legacy ERP system with some shiny new cloud apps.
Yeah, complex.
Very.
Yeah.
And if IT doesn't have the right tools, good APIs, maybe some pre-built connectors, that integration becomes this huge manual coding nightmare.
Lots of time just building plumbing instead of innovating.
Exactly. That's time they could be spending on exploring new tech or strengthening security. It's a massive opportunity cost.
Okay, another common one, onboarding new hires. Seems simple, right?
Right on the outside, maybe. But behind the scenes, you're connecting HR systems, payroll, maybe building access, lots of moving parts.
So if HR has to bug IT for every single new hire just to get these systems talking?
Because they don't have, say, pre-configured workflows or easy automation tools? Yeah, that's just adding delays in paperwork. It really shows how not having the right tools for the right role slows things down everywhere.
Okay, so this is the perfect entry point for a modern integration platform like SEEBURGER BIS. It aims to provide that balance. Power for tech, ease of use for business.
That's the core idea. Give the right tools to the right people. Let business teams use intuitive, maybe low-code interfaces for their common tasks.
Freeing up IT.
Exactly. Freeing up IT to tackle the really complex strategic integrations using the advanced capabilities they need.
All right, let's dig into that technical user side first. Who are we actually talking about here? IT admins?
Yep. IT admins managing the infrastructure, software developers building custom solutions, dedicated integration specialists.
People really responsible for making sure all the different systems in a company can actually talk to each other reliably.
And securely.
Hmm.
Especially when you've got complex data moving around, intricate workflows, that's their world.
So for them, what are the absolute must-haves in an integration platform?
Control is huge. Granular control. They need to be able to tweak things very precisely, like mapping data fields between systems where the formats might be slightly different.
Okay, fine-tuning.
Fine-tuning, exactly. Then, reliability and security are non-negotiable. The platform needs to handle potentially massive amounts of data without falling over.
Scalability?
Scalability, yes. Plus, things like end-to-end encryption, meeting compliance standards, all that robust infrastructure stuff.
And tools, development tools.
Absolutely critical.
No.
Good APIs, SDKs, software development kits, comprehensive documentation, everything they need to build, test, manage integrations effectively.
So how does SEEBURGER BIS stack up against those needs? How does it deliver for the tech crowd?
Well, it offers a pretty broad set of integration capabilities. It handles, the traditional stuff like EDI for B2B transactions, but also modern API-led integration for cloud apps and microservices.
Covers the bases.
It does. And for developers, it provides those robust APIs, modular configurations, lots of customization options, all within what they call the integrator workspace.
Ah, the integrator workspace. That sounds like mission control for the tech team.
Kind of, yeah. It's their dedicated environment for designing, deploying, monitoring those complex integrations with all the knobs and dials they need.
And the scalability and security aspects.
They're built in. The platform's designed for enterprise scale, handling large data volumes while keeping performance high. And features like advanced encryption, adherence to security standards, that gives tech teams the confidence they need, especially with sensitive data.
It's interesting, you often hear about how long it takes companies to build integrations themselves.
Yeah, there's data on that. One report mentioned, I think, 71% of companies taking 3 weeks or more just to build one integration in-house.
Wow.
So by giving technical users these powerful, ready-made tools and capabilities, a platform like BIS lets them streamline that whole process.
Less repetitive coding, more focus on
innovation, on the strategic projects that really push the business forward.
Okay, makes sense for the tech side. Now, let's flip the coin. Let's talk about the business users, the marketers, the HR folks, the operations managers.
The citizen integrators, as they're sometimes called.
Right. They're not coders, but they need data, they need systems to work smoothly for their jobs. What are their top needs?
Ease of use is number one. Absolutely paramount. They need interfaces that are intuitive, tools that make sense without a computer science degree. Maybe even some AI help baked in.
Simplicity.
Simplicity, yes.
Yeah.
And automation. They want to automate those repetitive tasks that eat up their day, freeing them up for more strategic thinking.
And getting insights, right? Not having to constantly ask IT for reports.
Exactly. Actionable insights. They need clear, real-time dashboards, easy-to-understand reports, so they can see what's going on and make decisions without waiting for IT to run a query.
So it's really about empowering them, giving them more self-sufficiency.
That's the goal. And SEEBURGER BIS has specific features for this. A big one is the low-code capability.
Low code. So less coding, more visual.
Right. Think drag and drop interfaces, pre-built connectors for common apps like Salesforce or Workday. They can literally build integration flows visually.
Like digital Lego blocks you said earlier.
Pretty much. Makes it way more accessible.
That sounds really powerful for non-technical users.
It is. And they're also pre-configured templates for common scenarios.
Right.
Like syncing customer data between your CRM and your marketing tool, or automating parts of employee onboarding.
Yeah.
These templates give them a huge head start.
So they're not starting from scratch every time.
Nope. And then you have the dynamic dashboards, real-time views of key data, performance metrics, all presented clearly.
So they can monitor things themselves, spot trends, make quicker decisions.
Without needing to be a data analyst or wait for IT, it lets them be much more independent and responsive.
So the big advantage for business users is streamlining their own work, being less dependent on IT for everyday stuff, and making faster, smarter decisions.
You got it. It really helps drive agility and innovation from the business side, too. When they can connect the dots themselves, they can act faster.
Now, you mentioned collaboration earlier, because realistically, it's not always just the business user or just the tech user, right? Often they need to work together.
That's a really key point. Even with great low-code tools, some integrations are just inherently complex and need IT's deep expertise.
So how does a platform like SeeBurger Buys help them work together?
It's designed for it. It allows for things like role-specific access. Business users might work in their simplified interface, but IT can still manage the underlying connections, security, governance.
So they operate in the same system but see different views based on their role.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
And they can have shared workflows. For example, maybe marketing uses the low-code tool to set up the basics of a data flow.
Like adding a field to track where leads are coming from.
Right. They can do that easily using the drag-and-drop interface, map it to their CRM.
Without needing to know the database schema.
Exactly. But IT still has oversight. They can manage the back-end systems, ensure data quality, monitor performance, handle security. It's a collaborative model.
So the marketing manager gets their change done quickly, but IT ensures it's done safely and reliably.
Precisely. It reduces errors, speeds things up, and actually helps bridge that gap between business needs and IT capabilities. Everyone brings their expertise.
Okay, stepping back then, why is this kind of seamless integration empowering both tech and business so fundamentally important for a company?
Well, first off, it breaks down silos. When data and processes flow easily between departments, you get much more unified, efficient operation. Less us versus them.
Better communication.
Better communication, smoother handoffs. Second, it accelerates decision-making. Real-time access to data means faster, better-informed choices across the board.
More agility.
Definitely more agility. And third, it improves experiences for both customers and employees. Smoother integrations mean better customer journeys and less friction for internal teams trying to get work done.
It really loops back to that idea of technology being an enabler for everyone, not just the tech experts.
That's exactly SEEBURGER's philosophy here. Integration shouldn't be this mystical thing only IT can touch. By providing the right tools for each role, they aim to make it accessible.
Creating that truly integrated, collaborative environment.
Which ultimately is what fuels efficiency, drives innovation, and leads to sustainable growth.
Okay, so let's wrap up this deep dive. We've explored how the SeeBurger BIS platform is built to empower both the technical wizards and the business users.
Right, giving them tailored tools for their specific needs.
Fostering collaboration, breaking down those silos.
And ultimately delivering real business value through better processes and faster data-driven decisions.
And if you, listening, want to learn more about how this role-based approach could work in your own organization,
we definitely recommend visiting SEEBURGER.com. You can find best practices, learn more about optimizing your integration strategy.
check it out. And maybe one final thought to leave you with.
Go for it.
How could truly seamless integration, where your tech teams and your business teams are both empowered, working together effortlessly on connecting systems and data, how could that fundamentally change the speed and agility of your company's innovation and growth?
It's a powerful question to ponder. What could you achieve if those barriers just weren't there anymore?